Hey guys, what's up? It's Zach Calhoun here today, co-founder of CloudPano. I'm going to show you today in this video how to start a drone business in record time. My goal is to get it all done in 30 minutes, literally from idea to launch. And I'm also going to be teaching you at the same time how to do it. And my hope is that we do all this without even having an FAA Part 107 license, which is the typical drone requirement license to go commercially photograph in 360. I'm sorry, in 360 with a drone commercially, locally where you are or any market you're in. Now, what I'm going to show you today is a couple things. Number one, how to get your first customer. Number two, how to set up a funnel so it's easy to capture leads. And number three, I'm going to show you why you don't need a FAA Part 107 license at all, because the big secret here is you can hire someone who does. Okay. So basically, I'm going to show you how to be a drone media marketer, sell drone services without any experience, and how to leverage the people that do have a lot of great experience so that you can go win contracts, big contracts, and make hopefully lots of money. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about here, our strategy, at least my strategy, is to leverage CloudPano when I create virtual tours, like actual 360 drone tours, is what we call them. And I can even show you an example. We have a whole platform called CloudPano and thousands of users all over the world. And they make really cool virtual tours on CloudPano, and mostly they're in 360. And an example of a really cool drone virtual tour here is this one of the Lake Drive Lofts, right? When you're trying to sell something for higher ticket or higher dollar prices, you got to show something cool. It's got to have some wow factor, okay? So I'm just showing you an example of what this looks like. And when you have something cool, people say, hey, this is really amazing. We have literally heard a customer say, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we need, right? So we connect the on the ground 360s with the drone photos as well too. So the ability to do both is really cool, and it's easy to sell because it's a visual product. You don't have to be an expert at sales. You just show them what they're going to get, walk them through the process, they as in the customer, and then it's pretty easy to sell from there. Okay, so it's just a really cool example. I get exposed to a lot of these examples from being the co-founder of CloudPano.com, right? We sell these as a service. They come to us. So as owning the software, sometimes these folks come to us. Hey, can you do this for us? We say, sure. What's the project? We got to go through the whole process. Okay. So how do we do that? How do we sell what we call capture services? Okay, and then how do we set it up for success? So I'm going to show you an example of a two-step funnel here in a second. We're going to edit this guy to be drone specific, but I'm going to show you basically the few things that you need. So stick around here, and I think this would be enlightening because I think we oftentimes overthink most of the process when it comes to business in general. And I'm going to show you what it's like to have this helm. I call it helm thinking. Think from the helm, put in the pieces, push the resources, and let those pieces play themselves out on their own. So the first thing you need in any business is not necessarily a drone. This is a great example. You need demand, right? You need demand. You need traffic that you can go buy. Okay. I think you should start here. Is there demand at the traffic level, at the top of the funnel level, right? People who don't know who you are, but they have enough demand that they're willing to, put in their information and become a lead, right? Become a lead. You need lead gen, okay? You need a funnel to capture leads in a sales process, okay? What I'm going to do is consider lead gen funnel and sales process into one step. I think these are kind of more, something you can, part and separate, but I'm just showing you what I'm talking about for the sake of speed here, because I'm trying to start a drone business in 30 minutes and I've spent all this time teaching you. Okay. You need a thank you page. You also need a admin to run the project. And then lastly, you need to be able to smartly, in a good way, subcontract the process or the actual work. Okay. So we partner with our users. CloudPano has over 100,000 users all over the world, 81 countries. Well, if we get a project come to us, let's see if we have anybody nearby we know, right? Oftentimes we know people in the area already that are awesome at doing drone services. Now, specifically, something that we like to focus on is 360 drone services. Not every drone provider knows how to do this. Not every drone can do it. So that's a question we'd like to ask. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna basically pick a market right now, look for demand, set up a lead gen funnel for you all right here, and at the end of this video, once I set up this lead gen funnel, just kind of as an example, I'll show you what I might even start using it pretty soon. I'm gonna give this away for free at the end of the video. Okay, if you stick around, but you have to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so give me some likes, some comments, and subscribes. Okay, because you watched this video, you thought this is amazing. I'm gonna give this away. Okay, as a part of our special offer. Okay, so check this out. What do I need first? I need demand. I need traffic. Okay, so how do I figure that out? Well, there's a free tool. This is so cool. This tool is amazing. Okay, you go to the Google Ads keyword planner, just make an account. It's free to do so. Now, this platform constantly changes. It's almost impossible to make a video on it anymore, but it's fine. You go to tools, and I think it's already up there. You go planning. There you go. You go to keyword planner. Okay, so you want to get search volume and forecast. Okay, you also want to get probably some ideas, right? Let's just say drone photography. Okay, and what we're looking for is we're looking for an index amount of a lot of demand. Okay, and we got to be careful because we don't want to assume that. Let's just go here. I'll start with keyword ideas. Drone photography. Actually, we probably want drone photographer because if I'm a buyer, if I'm looking to buy something, I probably gonna have a different search than like maybe if I'm looking for cool drone photos that exist in the world, right? So, and I know this because we sell a lot of virtual tours. Virtual tour photographers, real estate photography, all this stuff is kind of in the same category. It's in the digital media space of locations, right? So you'll see some of the stuff pop up. And what I'm seeing here is some good signs. Now I recognize that I'm searching for the entire United States. I am okay with that. I'm just trying to see where the demand is, right? So even if you look here, it says drone photos for real estate. All right, here it says real estate drone photography. Okay, good. Drone photographer, individual. Well, maybe, folks type in different ways. So what I'm seeing here is drone aerial photography. Okay, great. Real estate drone photography near me. I think anytime someone says near me, you're cooking with grease. Okay, drone photography near me. For some reason, people search this. And I'll be honest with you, I never searched this, but I've seen this enough times inside the Google Ads keyword planner to know that this is a good keyword. You look over here to the right, you can even see two top of page bid high range. You can load a high. You're looking for folks that actually are competing at the top of bid page. You want people that are actually buying up ads. Okay, if they're not buying up ads, it's a problem. That means no one's spending money there. Okay. Check this out. Aerial videography near me has $22 per click. Maybe someone out there is crushing aerial videos, just wants to totally overtake that. It's only 20 searches, kind of weird. But construction aerial photography has a very interesting high bid amount. There's probably some big players there. I bet you if I put this in Google, I'll see some big players pushing the ad spend up. And then I kind of scroll down a little bit. It looks like I'm already getting some really cool ideas. Construction drone photography, commercial. So I really like this here. I think what I'm gonna do is because I'm using this top. I'm just looking for demand, right? If people are buying it, there's probably some demand, right? I think what I'm gonna do probably is I would take a screenshot of these and then target them individually because I want to pop up in a certain market for these specific types of services. Okay, and most importantly, of course, how much, right? Average month. So how much are people searching for this? Looks like we got 3,000 searches here, 2,400 searches here. Okay, cool. I see plenty of demand across the country. Now, certain keywords like real estate photography are going to be 20,000 searches a month. Well, there's just a lot more demand for that, right? But also it's a consolidated market, so you can be careful. It's a lot harder to charge $10,000, $15,000 for a project because, it's only photos of a house. But anyways, so you just you're using this as demand. Okay, so what we're trying to do is go here. We're trying to say, is there demand? Okay. there's demand. Check. Now we can go create an ad for this. And what I'm going to probably do is just put here in my task list, create PPC ad. I can do a quick train on that later if y'all want to. If you want to train on how to create PPC ads for drone services, comment below. I'd love to hear what you want to know. If nobody comments, then I will not make the train, no problem. Next, we're going to make a lead gen funnel, and here's how we're going to do this. We are going to target a specific market. I'm in Houston. There's plenty of drone photographers out there, but just to make sure, I'm going to look up drone photographers in Houston, okay? I'm gonna look these up, and what I might even do here, because I got a lot of really great people popping up. Look, she's smiling. Good. That's a good ad. I like when I see pricing in an ad. That's good. That means it's going to be probably a good ad. And there's some bigger players, but also some local people I've seen before. You see sponsored results as well. It's good. Sponsored results means that people are bidding on those. So that means that there's probably some demand there, right? And of course, there's some here as well. What I may even do to speed up some of this is say, let's do this in ChatGPT. Find me 5 providers and possibly pricing and their phone numbers. Okay, I'm not typing it on purpose. I'm just punching in something here. So I'm going to come back to this in a moment. Okay, now, so I know we have demand. I know we can go buy up some traffic. I know that I can offer an incredible service by leveraging and using CloudPano, right? Now, if I buy up that traffic, then what? Where do they go? What do I do? Well, let me show you. We have a service called a software called LeadStack.ai. It's a GHL instance. It's really awesome. And I have this pre-built template this one was meant for virtual tours, but I'm going to customize this for drone services. Okay. Now our company is called CloudPano. It's got the word cloud in it. I might as well keep the name there because it's a pretty good name, right? CloudPano Drone Photography Services. So what's cool about this drag and drop editor is I can add a lead form here. I can add, I think I'm just going to update. So it's really easy to update, right? So I can just put drone and 3D media. Okay. And I can take this template just like I'm doing here. You want to change out your logo, you can just scroll over it and then update it. So quickly, I'm going to say find 2019 CloudPano 3D media and I'm going to say, let's just say drone technology has a national network of photographers and we love, I'm going to take a market, right? Houston, Texas. Plus, you will, I'm just going to, we'll figure this out later, but custom built software technology to achieve your current goals, something like that. Okay, right now I'm just going to go ahead and save this. I probably wouldn't have an actual not sentence right there, but anyways, we'll come back to it. So I'm going to go through this and I'm just going to show you an example of what you could do quickly to edit and change this template. Okay, so you can just put the word, literally just keep it very simple. What people are looking for is the word drone. And that's because they are in a certain area and they are looking for a service that I've already determined what they're going to be picking, right? So now this is just a picture. This is actually a picture of me here. What I'll probably do is exchange this photo for a drone photo. Now inside here, I can upload all kinds of stuff just for the sake of time. Drone, let's just say drone services, cool photo. I don't know. Let's see. Here we go. So I'm not going to use this person's necessarily photo for the actual output, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to grab a drone photo. What I probably actually would do is type into ChatGPT, I'm making a marketing website. I want a cool video or picture of a drone. And what I would use that specific, very unique photo. Now I'm lost here. I got too many photos open. There we go. Okay. So let's just open this up here. Cool. So now what I have is about, so you can say about your media drone services, right? And the reason why I'm just basically adding, I want to niche down, okay? I want to have my specific search be very specific in a location, okay? We have customers all over the world. We do National Network of Photography Professionals, Houston, Texas based. So what this means is we're big. We love Houston. Okay, we love our market, whatever the market is. So you can have the sub pages as well, and just swap out these texts that I'm talking about. I think you kind of get the drift of what I'm referring to. We have a bunch of examples that are here as well. I think I'll keep the majority of these services here. What I'm showing here is that we can do a lot. Just go ahead and check our pricing and availability. Now, I'm not going to select the domain for right now. I'm going to keep this domainless. But what's cool is if you go here, we have this little form. Why is that? Because everybody who hits your website wants to know basically one of two things. What do you cost? Are you available? Right? And they could call if they want to, or just add their information in here. I want them to call because if I miss their call, or my team misses the call, we'll be able to serve them, right? Or whenever we miss the call, we have automatic missed call text back service inside LeadStack. It's really, really cool. And anybody who calls us or if they become a lead on this form, we will get an alert. The whole team gets an alert. Really, really powerful. And anybody who calls us, we all see it inside of our conversation window. So it's a full stack service, and LeadStack's really cool. Now, once they add their information into that form, it's going to go to a page that looks like this. Thank you for choosing us. And there's going to be a calendar here. They add their information, book a time to talk with us. We're just giving them something next to do. We don't want them to say, hey, they got your information. See you when I see you. No, you want to give them something to do so we can align calendars about their project. The bigger the company, the more likely they want to book a time on a calendar instead of just calling you out of the blue. Okay. Yes, it's really, very important. And those are just 2 steps, very simple. So then I'm going to go to Google Ads and I'm going to create an ad and I'm going to have that ad push to that page specifically. I'm going to have a very specific copy. I'm going to target keywords in a very specific way, phrase match. I'm going to make sure I don't just do broad match, so I don't waste money. I'm going to target the keywords that I like the most as a test, and I'm going to let that thing run. Now, don't forget, we have some drone folks that we got to call, right? We got to figure out what do they charge because I don't actually know what to price this thing at. Now, based on the projects, I can see here, we found some guys who have their pricing published. So I'll go to these websites and I'll reference them, but because for the sake of time, which is really nice here, we get to see, oh, look, this person charges $100 for 2 images. Well, I can charge $150 for 2 images just because I can, right? We can charge whatever we want. We can call this guy as well. Now, what I would rather do in this scenario is export all these guys I possibly can onto a spreadsheet, text message them and say, hey, do you guys also shoot 360 drone services? We need some 360 quotes. It'll be about 5 to 10 photos. Let me know if you can do it and you're in the Houston area. They'll send you back a text message that says yes, and they may call you as well. Good providers call you back. Good, fast people on the move text you. When you know these numbers, you put them in a spreadsheet, and now you know what your margin can be whenever you start to get some projects coming in. Okay, so when these projects or at least the leads come in, that's when you're able to go into your contacts, call these people, work a deal, turn around, say, hey, this person, that person, this person that I've already found. We're paying $500. And you charge $1,000 if it works out. You keep that 500, right? And if you get even more savvy, going back to my original flow here, you have an admin who can do all this for you. Now, there's a couple of things in mind you want to keep in mind that are important. Number one, if you have an admin do this, you got to make sure they're well trained up. They know how to use all your tools. That's number one. Okay. Number two, you need to make sure you have good subcontractor agreements. So you need to have good contracts. Okay. If you get a big contract with someone, you want to make sure you have a good person that you can send work to over and over again. And of course, number three, make sure they have a Part 107 FFA license, because if they're ever out there and they get someone talks to them, they'd be approved. They'd be approved, right? Be check approved. So you in the future can get this license, take this test, go study, take this test. But what I'm saying is you can hire other people who are experts who have the license and just keep the margin. Think like a big player. Right now, you won't get as much per project, but that's okay because they have the license and you don't, right? But you have the customer. So if you're able to get the customers and create demand in a very simple way. Now, I know this will probably cost quite a bit to go after this type of service. That's why you want to have a limited budget for limited periods of time throughout the day. If this lead gen funnel is good, you're going to get plenty of leads over time, and your sales ability will determine how many sales you get, right? So really powerful, simple way to build a drone business really quickly. There won't be as much margin when you have to, buy up clicks here. Maybe you spend $500 a month here at first, just testing the waters, right? Maybe you only get, $300 to $700 to $1,000 per project. That's okay if you're not overspending here and you're making enough agreements, enough sales back on this side, right? So if you can get people to buy enough times, you just start a own little drone business in your local area. And then you can go get your license if you want to go up there, fire that drone up yourself a little bit and go sell some projects. Maybe you get a couple backwoods projects and you go do it yourself without a license. I don't recommend doing that. But my point is, this is all possible today. And if you click below, I'll give you access to this template I'm working on. It's going to be awesome. All right. Talk soon. And of course, make sure you check out cloudpano.com for a cheap, easy subscription. You can white label your own URL and make drone virtual tours today for your customers. And some folks even charge $10,000 to $15,000 per tour. Pretty cool. So you might as well give it a shot. Bolt this business on today. I'll see you on the inside. Talk soon. Zach out.